You need to hear this if you're a paranormal enthusiast. Ready to dive into the unknown? Join the Tristan channel as we journey through spine-tingling paranormal encounters, unexplained supernatural phenomena, and perhaps some eye-popping UFO sightings. Our world is full of mysteries, and together we'll explore the eerie, the bizarre, and the downright unexplainable. From haunted houses to cryptic creatures, we'll react to the most chilling and baffling compilations. So if you're ready to test your courage and expand your mind, hit that subscribe button and let's unravel the unknown together. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to the Tristan channel.
Hello, and hope you're doing well. I'm okay. I've got some time away from the hustle and bustle to get some energy back, but also I can also do some recording for you guys. And I found a new channel that we can visit, and that is Fear Fuels. And in this video, the compilation is most disturbing camping encounter caught on camera. Well, it says encounter, but it's more encounters. So yeah, by the thumbnail, it looked interesting. So speaking of camping as well, I'll be also paying a visit back to Kent Survival. So we'll get a nice chilled reaction to a camp video because I love camping. But this one looks interesting because apparently he's building a Lego house. Bang. But first of all, let's look at some freaky deaky stuff, or some weirdos in the woods. So let's do this.
Who is it?
Ooh.
Bugs is a photographer and explorer based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He documents the kind of places most people drive past without a second thought: hidden tunnels, forgotten roads, and ghost towns scattered across the New Mexico desert. He just goes to interesting places and films what he finds. On the night of November 26th, 2024, Bugs made his way out to Yeso, New Mexico, a ghost town sitting quietly off a desert highway. After spending the evening exploring the abandoned buildings, he parked his RV van right in the middle of town and called it a night. Everything was quiet, but out in the middle of nowhere, quiet doesn't always stay that way. Somewhere in the middle of the night, Bugs woke up.
Something woke me up. I think, sounded like footsteps. I'm not sure if that's what woke me up. I put on my pants and my shoes just for in case. I was asleep. I got all my windows closed. I got this light here, but I don't know if they can see it. But I suddenly heard footsteps. Something woke me up. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, fuck. Just for in case. Oh shit, I heard the footsteps again. Looks like they went to the back. What the fuck?
I hope your door's locked, mate.
Okay. Somebody's definitely outside. I don't think I'm gonna stay here. Honestly, I end up shooting somebody.
Oh.
Fuck. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? There's somebody inside. Son of a bitch. I don't even know if I'm gonna go outside. Who is it? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm coming outside, man.
Well, tell me you're armed.
Just so you know, I'm armed.
There you go.
I'm opening the door. Who's there?
Check both corners.
I don't see anybody. Fuck.
I'd also shut the door behind you in case you go round inside and he climbs in. Don't leave your door open, mate.
Fuck. Anybody there?
Because I know films are not real life, but we all know just by watching the films, you never leave your caravan door open.
Motherfucker, somebody out here.
What
Hello?
about over there? You didn't check the outside.
Maybe they went inside that schoolhouse.
Oh, that was freaky as that.
It's time for me to go. The sound was coming from this side, from the driver's side.
And I wouldn't walk backwards. I put my back to the vehicle so that no one can jump me, and then turn. You know what I mean?
Okay, I think I'm gonna head to Vaughn.
That was enough. Bugs got back in the van, started the engine, and drove out of Yeso toward the nearby town of Vaughn. So what was it? A person. Possibly. Ghost towns aren't always as empty as they look. There were a handful of houses on the outskirts of Yeso, and someone could have wandered over out of curiosity, or with something worse in mind. But then again, footsteps circling a van in the dead of night, in a town with no one around, and then vanishing completely the second someone comes outside to look. I honestly don't know what to think. Now, faking something like this isn't exactly difficult. But scroll through Bug's channel and you'll find e-bike rides through Albuquerque. There's no reason for him to fake it. And that's what makes it hard to shake. In the end, I'll let you decide what you think it was. Vanessa.
That's what makes them more legit, is when they don't normally do that sort of stuff. You know, if it's just out of the blue recording.
Is one of those creators who genuinely belongs in the wild. Her YouTube channel is built around a deep love for nature, forest exploration, camping, and long-term bushcraft projects that most people wouldn't even attempt. One of Vanessa's signature things is building wilderness shelters, long multi-day projects that require her to leave the site
and running around in the forest naked.
Return later to continue. This time she was heading back to one of her unfinished projects, a shelter she'd already put serious time into.
My plan was today to bring you with me in the forest to my forest camp because I had some projects planned that I want to finish today, and you would be able to accompany me. So I switch now to the start of the video because my camp was completely destroyed from someone.
When Vanessa arrived at her camp, everything was destroyed.
Oh, what?
And what she was about to find in the wreckage wasn't just vandalism. It was a message, a very deliberate one.
So there is a notification with my name on it. Mrs. Blank, learned nothing, short trousers, and then something I can't read. I'm not sure what really stand there. I wanna piss at you or I wanna visit you. It's such ugly writing, I'm not sure if I read everything. So you was not there, what a pity. Your camp is not damaged and it's your fault, we see us. So it was something that know me, that know my camp, and just want to destroy it because it's mine.
Whoever wrote this note had genuinely terrible handwriting, like threatening someone is already bad enough. But at least be legible about it. If you're going to leave a menacing message in the middle of the forest, maybe practice your penmanship first. Just a thought. But jokes aside, the content of that note was deeply unsettling. The message essentially said, "Too bad you weren't here. Your shelter is destroyed and that's your fault. We'll meet again." Written by someone who clearly knew her name, knew where she built her shelters, and had been watching closely enough to know when she wasn't there. Vanessa decided
Oh, what if it's a subscriber?
to take the note home as evidence. Smart move. But as she was gathering it up, she found something else tucked inside.
So, there is a photo from me. It's the same backpack that I carry today, and it's very damaged. So I'm not sure if it's a wildlife trek photo or not, because there is the date on it. But when it's not a wildlife camera photo, that means that this person was in my closer area and take a photo from me, walk behind me, wants to check where I am, what I do, or I have no idea how they could otherwise find out at which day I am in the forest, because I have no special day.
A photo of her in the woods, wearing the same backpack she had on that very day. Someone was physically close enough to take that picture, and she had no idea. And that's when the past came rushing back.
I had it all in the past. I had a stalker that write me letters at my private address, which is something that nobody knows, which knows who I am, which knows the places where I was bushcrafting, and take photos of them and send it to me. Look, I found your new camp. And I had this all in the past. Everything. And I fought against it in the past. And I don't want to have this shit now again.
She'd been through this before. A stalker who found her private address, tracked her camping locations, and sent photos of her shelters. And now all the signs were pointing to the same thing. Except this time it was worse. The previous stalker sent photos after her trips. This one was there during. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, maybe it was just a random person who stumbled across the shelter and left a weird note. Maybe. But a photo with her name on it, that's not a coincidence. That's surveillance. And here's the part that genuinely gives me chills. Vanessa often films alone in the forest. She swims, she camps, and sometimes, as her videos show, she does these things without clothes, in places she believed no one else knew about. With a photo like this now in her hands, the question of what else this person may have seen, and for how long they've been watching, is one that's very hard to shake. She mentioned at the end of the video that she always carries protection when she's out there, which, honestly, good, because this situation is exactly why. Most people who have a terrifying experience in the wilderness do one thing. They go home, lock the door, and never go back. But what if someone told you that what you saw wasn't even the worst of it? Well, that's exactly what happened to Voyager Overland, a channel dedicated to overlanding and remote wilderness, camping across the Canadian backcountry. It's the kind of channel that makes you want to quit your job and disappear into the wilderness. But you might actually remember Voyager Overland from a video we did a few months ago. It was a family camping trip to Ruby Falls that took a wrong turn when their trail camera picked up something that none of them could explain. If you haven't seen that one yet, I'd highly recommend watching it, because instead of staying away, they went back. Deeper this time.
So I'm filling up at the gas station last winter, and this guy comes up to me and he says, "You're Voyager Overland, aren't you?" And he tells me, "Hey, I saw your video last fall, and I recognize where you were." And I read the comments as well, he says. People are saying it's Bigfoot or Sasquatch or somebody looking to steal your stuff or the military with special suits and whatever. Well, he tells me that him and his dad used to hunt in that area, and he knows exactly where we were, and he saw exactly what we saw. And he says, if you want, I'll give you directions if you want to go see something even more spooky. So I bought him a coffee, and he drew me a map. Gave me some general directions, and that's where Gina and I are going this weekend. And he kind of cautioned me. He said, if you get there at the right time, you're going to see what you saw in your video, what you captured on camera, and you're probably going to see a lot more.
And that, apparently, was enough. They packed their gear, loaded up the Jeep, and headed out. The drive-in didn't exactly go smoothly. The gate to the main road was closed, something that, according to Voyager Overland, had never happened before. So instead of a straightforward route, they were now looking at a 2-hour detour. And after all that river crossings and narrow, muddy trails, they eventually made it to camp.
So that detour set us back a little bit. It was about a 2-hour detour in the dark, kind of interesting. And we pull into camp and oh my God, is it dark. So this guy at that gas station tells me he knows what we saw. So I bought him a coffee and he told us a story. Apparently him and his dad used to hunt in this area and well, they've had some strange occurrences, if you will. And he's telling me they kind of refuse to come this way anymore. So he tells me the story that his dad told him, actually, that back in the 50s or the 60s, he wasn't too sure, there was a trapper or a prospector that was, I guess, living and working in the backcountry back here. And in the summer, what he would do is he would have his wife come join him and spend the summer with him. Now, apparently that was a pretty normal summer for them. And one night, or one day, I should say, the trapper went out to work, I guess. And that night he never came back. So she was used to him not having a set schedule, so that's not too unusual apparently. But he never came back that night. So she waited out the next day and he still didn't come back to the cabin from the bush. So being worried, she went back to town, which is quite a ways from here, and she went to see his brother to ask for help. So his brother came out and they searched apparently for weeks. And well, no luck, they weren't finding him. And then the real tragic part, I guess the cabin they were staying in caught fire and burnt, and they both lost their lives. They were both killed in this fire. So what this gentleman is telling me is that what we saw, what we caught on video that night, is actually the trapper's brother that is still looking for him to this day. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, that seems a little far-fetched to me, but we don't know what we caught on video that night is actually the trapper's brother that is still looking for him to this day. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, that seems a little far-fetched to me, but we don't know what we caught, so I really don't know. So the plan tomorrow is to follow the directions that he gave us and go see if we can find that cabin.
The next morning, they packed up and followed the hand-drawn map the stranger had given them. After navigating a particularly soft, mucky section and doing a little bit of on-the-fly trail maintenance with a chainsaw, their persistence paid off.
Oh, hold on, here it is. Oh, that is so cool. Well, that took some effort to find, but oh wow, this is so cool. You can tell the outline of what used to be a cabin, and check out this standing chimney. Wow. This is so cool. Check out what's left of it.
It's all just slabs of rock.
And to think, who knows, this has been here like, well, if he was saying the 50s, like 75, 100 years, who knows? That is so cool. So you can clearly see the outline of what was a large cabin, and boy, there's not much left. This is pretty remote. Just to frame our location a little bit, we are about 10 to 12 kilometers from the nearest road, over a mountain range and into the next valley. Not much for a view. I mean, we're kind of thick in the bush here, but this is a really remote spot.
As a light rain began to fall, they set up for their second night, camping next to the ruins. The creator noted how the silence was different here, almost eerie quiet, with no birds or other sounds of wildlife. They set up the trail camera facing the chimney and went to bed. And this is what it captured.
Ooh. Ooh, glowing eyes.
Now, I have a lot of thoughts about what you just saw. But let's hold that for a moment, because what happened the very next morning is going to make this a whole lot more interesting.
So, this morning, we're going to make some coffee. We're going to pull the card out of the camera. Jean's going to grab her laptop, and we're going to see what we caught.
What's that smoke?
What smoke?
At the fireplace.
What? What the frick? What the hell is that? Where's that smoke coming from? It's coming from inside. There's nothing in here. There's nothing in here.
I heard something. Did you hear that?
Freaking sounded like a moose or something like that, but
It was loud.
like bigger and not like a moose. It even smells like wood smoke. Well, where the hell is it coming from? What? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The frick was that? Hey! Hello?
I'm out of here. I don't like that.
No, this time back up and get the hell out of here. Did I leave that? I did leave that.
They packed up fast and left. No second thoughts, just gone. And look, I'll be straight with you. Smoke coming from an old stone chimney doesn't mean supernatural is going on, because natural explanations for that are possible, and the sounds could have been a predator whose calls can be distorted by the terrain. But then again, looking back at trail cam footage, there is silhouette, someone or something hovering around the chimney. If there's a natural explanation for the smoke, that's fine. But it's a little hard to ignore that something was standing right there. Took him the whole night, but the smoke was there in the morning. Honestly, for a ghost, the fire-starting skills could use some work. And then there's the second figure, sitting in what appears to be a rocking chair. And when they walked through those ruins in daylight, there was no chair. Apparently, wherever this one goes, it brings its own seating. So, could there be rational explanations? Sure, there are plenty of reasons for smoke to appear, and yeah, infrared lenses do strange things in the dark. And the stranger's story is unverified and impossible to confirm. But if you've ever experienced something you genuinely cannot explain while out in the wilderness, tell me about it. I read every single one. David from the channel Overland Nomad is the kind of guy who doesn't need a 5-star resort to feel at home. Give him a vintage toy.
Gone. A nice mix here. We got weird, weird people, ghosts or possible ghosts.
Toyota, a stretch of open road, and he's happy. His channel is all about overlanding, off-road adventures, and living out of a truck camper he built himself. His dog Piper comes along for most of the rides. She's basically co-host at this point. For this trip, he's heading out to South Padre Island, Texas, one of his favorite spots.
Today, we are going to be camping on the beach. I got my 94 Toyota pickup. I'm going to be camping in my DIY pop-top camper. We got Piper with us, and we already have our first obstacle, which is right in the entrance to the beach. You got to throw four-wheel drive on. All right.
He finds a good spot tucked slightly away from the dunes and set up camp. The wind eventually calmed down, and David had the entire beach to himself. 20 miles of coastline, not a soul in sight. But David did mention one thing. Off in the distance, far down the beach, he could see the faint glow of another vehicle's headlights. Just one car. Nothing to worry about. Or so he thought. And then he starts cooking fajitas. Mid-cook, he glances through the window and sees a light coming toward him.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué? ¿Listo esta llamada? ¿Qué necesita?
A ver si me podía ayudar a sacar
you know, I was cooking and I was just having to stare through the window and I see a light like coming up, like someone walked, and it freaked me out. I got my protection and I grabbed Piper because Piper will attack.
The person approaching turned out to be a woman. She said her car was stuck up at the East Cut and she needed help. David offered what he could. He told her he had signal and offered to make a phone call on her behalf. She claimed her phone had no signal, but David knew that near the East Cut, you get reception. And something about the whole thing just didn't add up.
Alright guys, I'm gonna pack up and leave. So, that was a weird situation. I got a really bad vibe about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle because it just didn't sound right. She had a freaking phone. I offered her to make a phone call. She said no. You know, I might sound like a jerk, but I don't know, man. I'm out here by myself. There's no patrolling law enforcement out here. You're on your own, like the Wild West. Last thing I want to happen is get jumped or robbed or something. I mean, I can see the car light up there, like it comes in and out, but I don't know. I don't want to be in an ambush. Something weird.
He packed up the entire camp and gone. David even calls 911 to report the situation.
I called 911. I called the county just to report it, and they said they couldn't do much. They're like, we can't send anyone out there to like rescue or anything. Like, they're on their own on that one. And then I told them my predicament, and the guy was like, oh yeah, that sounds super sketchy. I'd probably leave.
Even the guy on the other line wasn't going to argue with David on this one. Now I know some of you are probably thinking, maybe it really was just someone stuck who needed help. And maybe it was. David himself said he hoped she was telling the truth and felt bad about the situation. But here's the thing. This is a stretch of coastline with a documented history of illegal activity. David mentioned it himself. Bodies have been found at Access 6. Trafficking happens in that area, and there is...
And he knows all this and he chose that area to camp. Clever.
genuinely no one coming to help you if something goes wrong. And the phone thing. You're stranded on a beach. Someone offers to make a call for you, and you say no. That's the part that doesn't sit right. So, what do you think? Would you have stayed and helped, or would you have done exactly what David did? Drop your answer in the comments. I genuinely want to know where people land on this one.
Who's played Red Dead Redemption? I'm sure you guys have played it. You know when you're like on horseback and you go to someone's camp at night, like they're gonna pull out their rifle on you or their revolver, because you don't do that. Like, you don't pull up to someone's camp. That's just how I felt that situation was.
If you want to see more encounters that'll make you appreciate your couch, check out the video on screen. And hit that subscribe button. It's free, and you can always change your mind later.
Ooh, that was interesting, wasn't it? Not bad. I mean, it's a short one. It's a bit of a short one, I know, that's what she said. But yeah, that's interesting. It's nice, isn't it? It got a little bit mixed there of possible paranormal, weird bastards and things like that. But yeah, it's a shame. It's quite sketchy about that woman they getting stalked though. It's like, man, shame she can't do anything about it, sort of thing. But anyway, yeah. So speaking of camping, I'll be reacting to it'd be like a chilled reaction. Kent's survival is going to build a Lego house to stay in, so that's going to look interesting. So anyway, if you enjoyed what you've seen, then please do hit the like. If you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe, because one, it doesn't cost you anything, and I appreciate all the help. But most importantly of all, it'll be great to have you with us. So until next time, take care and be well.